Ladies and gentlemen, I had done a video a few days ago in regards to Trump and his three children that you see in this picture are being sued for yet another fake shell corporation foundation that they set up, raised money, and used the money illegally. Now, there's something to be said when you have a person that has been sued a lot of times. Trump has been sued a lot of times. And Trump has set up companies and scammed people many times before. In fact, Ivanka and Donald Trump Jr. had got into serious trouble for setting up a fake real estate organization and bilked people out of millions of dollars. When Trump first got in office, he was able to use his attorneys to get them out of the whole thing, but they stole millions of dollars and kept this thing going for a few years. I think like 3 years, they went on stealing all this money from people and never carried through with deals that they promised to do. And they have been bailed out of companies that they failed in. And Trump as well has failed in many businesses. That's why I laugh when his supporters say he's a businessman. Now, here in New Jersey, I saw the pickets that went on against Trump down at his casinos from his employees. He flopped in casino business. He failed. So when you prop him up as a businessman, how? How? He did Trump University. He got sued for that, for bilking people out of their money and not delivering on what he said he was going to do. But he heavily promoted that Trump University at one time. So, no, now he's trying to say he can't be sued. And New York is allowing this lawsuit that's against him and his children. See, a lot of people do this in this country. They go for the shell corporation because it makes them look like they've had a business presence for a long time when they actually haven't had one at all. It's a way of cheating the system. So the lawsuit is saying that Trump set up this charitable organization that actually cheated people out of money. And he took the money, and instead of using it for charity, he used the money for personal and political reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, these folks are con artists. If it was anyone else doing this same exact thing, they would be cheering on the police to arrest you. But because of who and what these folks are, and America's love for people like this, they will never serve time. They will never serve time when they really should be serving time for everything they've done. But they won't in America. Not in their criminal system. Their criminal systems do not handle them properly because of who and what you are. That's how the criminal system works. That's why it's a criminal system. There's no justice in it at all. It's a criminal system. So it's a lawsuit accusing Donald Trump of misusing charitable foundation funds for his personal and political use. And it's naming Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump because they also took part in raising these funds. See, they're criminals. So Trump made an attempt to get out of this whole thing by saying he couldn't be sued, and the judge in Manhattan rejected his bid. And they are moving forward with this lawsuit against him and his 3 children. And it is saying that New York State Attorney General Barbara Underwood filed the action against President Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump earlier this year, charging that they had engaged in extensive unlawful political coordination with the Trump presidential campaign, repeated and lawful self-dealing transactions to benefit Mr. Trump's personal and business interests, and violations of basic legal obligations for nonprofit foundations. So in other words, what Trump did, he illegally, him and his children illegally raised these funds. They took the funds, used them for personal things, and they used the funds to also pay off other legal fees that they had from different lawsuits, and paying off any other obligations that they had legally, which you're not supposed to do with any type of funds that you raise for charities. Those funds are supposed to go to whatever purpose they were raised for, but these funds did not. A lawyer for the Trump Foundation fired back in August, arguing that court filings that Trump can't be sued while he's in office, which is not true. Obama had lawsuits on him. George W. Bush had lawsuits on him. Clinton had lawsuits on him. Every sitting president has been slapped with lawsuits. Donald Trump can't use being president as not being able to sue him. That is false. He also contended that lawsuit should be thrown out because the family didn't knowingly do anything wrong, and argued the suit was only brought because of political bias. Well, you can't use that. He's saying the same thing with Ivanka and the email. Oh, she unknowingly did it. It's not like Hillary Clinton. She did it unknowingly. You can't keep saying that and believing that is your ticket out of everything. So it's a 27-page ruling Friday. State Supreme Court Justice Sally Ann Scarpula rejected those arguments. She noted that a judge in a different case had already ruled earlier this year that Trump is not immune to civil actions related purely to unofficial conduct because he is president of the United States. And ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see Trump and his children get slapped with even more lawsuits. You know, this is why I'm telling you, I don't believe Trump is as rich as he's claiming. Because if you are really rich, you would not have to keep getting shell corporations, setting them up, and you and your kids are participating in scamming people over and over if you really had all kinds of riches. And this is another reason why he does not want to show his tax returns. See, what they need to do is look at the tax returns, his personal tax returns, and all of his tax returns for businesses that he held. I bet you every last one of them are shady. Okay, so she also found that contrary to the foundation's argument, the attorney general's suit had made allegations of wrongdoing that were strong enough to let the case go forward. The suit charges the foundation funds were used to pay off Trump owned company legal obligations. So they say companies as if there's been more than one, definitely, probably multiple, including $100,000 payment to a charity that was mandated in the settlement of a lawsuit. So he's setting up these foundations and businesses, raising money to pay off other legal fees and obligations that he had. You're not supposed to do that with charitable money. You can't do that. It also accuses Trump of illegally using the foundation to further his political ambitions, citing an Iowa fundraiser for veterans that was a thinly disguised campaign event. The campaign also told the foundation which charities it should give to, the suit says. So he used a fundraiser for veterans as a smokescreen. Such a nice family, aren't they? We welcome Justice Scarpalla's decision, which allows our suit to move forward, Underwood said in a statement. As we detail in our petition earlier, the Trump Foundation functioned as little more than a checkbook to serve Mr. Trump's business and political interests. There are rules that govern private foundations, and we intend to enforce them no matter who runs the foundation. Trump Foundation lawyer Alan Futterfass said the decision means only that the case goes forward. As we have maintained throughout, all of the money raised by the foundation went to charitable causes to assist those in need. He's lying. In order for them to put this lawsuit in motion, they already got a paper trail that shows Trump using this money illegally. They already got it. They're not setting this whole thing up in the courts for no reason. They got the evidence already. As a result, we remain confident in the ultimate outcome of these proceedings. So that was the statement put out by his attorney, but nobody should be surprised by that. But ladies and gentlemen, these people are notorious for doing this. And don't be surprised, like I said before, if soon you'll hear of more lawsuits coming up. This is for a charitable foundation. The other one I did a few days ago was for a business that they were charging poor people money and didn't deliver on what they said they would do. This is not the same lawsuit, y'all. This is lawsuit number 2 against Trump and his kids. There'll be more. Trust me on that. You're going to see more. Just keep your eye on this family. You're going to see more. But just expect the excuses from his supporters as always. And the people that are sitting around making excuses for them, if you were to do the same thing, you would be in jail. And they wouldn't bat an eye at putting you in jail. But because of who these folks are, they get to continue to set up corporation after corporation after corporation and continue on their trail of scamming people. Because that's all the Trumps are. They're con artists. That's all they are. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.